So, 2017 ended about a week ago. With that, a new year is upon us. I really want to start focusing on this channel more because my passion for cinema is at an all-time high. Besides all of the new year, new me cliche crap, I honestly am making it a New Year's resolution to be more dedicated to this channel. With that being said, I thought I should talk to you guys about my favorite movie of 2017. There were a lot of great movies that came out in 2017. I really enjoyed Baby Driver, Dunkirk, and Wind River, and a whole bunch of others. But this movie takes the cake for my favorite movie of 2017. Blade Runner 2049. Was it a surprise? Probably not. This movie had a lot of hype around it throughout the year, and it was well deserved. This movie was very well received by the critics and also by the audience. It also has a chance of getting some Oscar nods. But I'm not making this video to talk about the statistics of how Blade Runner 2049 did in theaters. But I'm not making this video to talk to you guys about the stats of how Blade Runner 2049 did. I'm making this video to explain to you guys why I thought it was my favorite movie of the year. For those of you that left 2017 without seeing this film, I need to first say that this movie is a sequel to the first Blade Runner, which came out in 1982 and was directed by Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott became one of the producers for the newest Blade Runner, and Denis Villeneuve is the director for 2049. Also, spoiler warning for those of you who haven't seen this movie. To start my explanation for the reason I love this movie so much, I first need to explain what I value in each movie I see. It's basically my way for deciding whether or not a movie is good. These are what I believe are the essentials to a good movie. Plot, cinematography, editing, and acting. Starting with the plot, Blade Runner 2049's plot completely diverges from the original movie with a brand new, fresh plot. The main plot is basically this. A Blade Runner is assigned to locate a child that may be the first replicant born from another replicant. There are many plot twists that are so seamlessly woven into the story that I do not want to spoil the rest of the movie, so I kind of dumbed it down for you guys. The pacing in this movie is phenomenal. This movie is a lot like a Villeneuve's other movies as it has a slow pace, but it works well as it never feels too dragged out. This is all thanks to the masterful editing done by Joe Walker that has done editing for other amazing movies like Sicario and 12 Years a Slave. The main actors of this movie were Ryan Gosling, who played a new Blade Runner named Kay, and Harrison Ford, who played Deckard, as he did in the previous Blade Runner. What made this movie so astounding was that not only were the lead roles amazing, but also the smaller roles were still amazing. Every single performance was out of the park fantastic. My favorite performance has to be Sylvia Hoek, who played Love. She was one of the main antagonists of this movie, and she was super convincing, and honestly, one of the most frightening female villains I have seen in a while. By far, though, the most memorable part of Blade Runner 2049 was the visuals. Choreographed by the great Roger Deakins, who might very well be the greatest cinematographer in our time, there's no doubt that the visuals were spectacular. It felt as if every single scene could be a 4K desktop background. If this movie does not win Best Cinematography at the Oscars, I will probably lose my will to live. The aesthetics of this movie overall are what spoke to me when it came to visuals, because the outrun futuristic style that this movie has is right up my alley. So, that was my favorite movie of the year. Over the coming weeks, I hope to review some newer movies and maybe make some movie lists. Also, when the Oscar nominations are announced, I'm hoping to make a video talking about who I think will win, so be on the lookout for that. That's all for today, folks. Take it easy.